I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Why did God choose, quote, a chosen people? Well, this goes all the way back to what we know as the book of Genesis, chapter 12. A man by the name of Abram, who would become Abraham with the birth of Isaac, and his wife Sarai, who would become Sarah. Correct. Chosen people that we would later know as the, quote, Jewish people. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the famous 12 tribes, etc. Why a, quote, chosen people? It actually goes all the way back to Genesis chapter 3. Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. Formally, we call it the proto-evangel, means the very first gospel. Adam and Eve have fallen into sin. What we know is the consequences or the punishments are being laid out. And there in verse 15, the Lord makes this statement. He says to the serpent that one day the seed of the woman will crush his head, meaning that the answer, the Messiah, the Redeemer of what has just taken place will be out of a woman in flesh. We know this as the Incarnation, Jesus Christ, the Messiah. Now, the reason this is important is because if you're going to have a particular person that's going to come as a chosen Messiah, then you have to have a particular people by which he comes from. So, per Genesis 12, Abram and Sarah. Back it up one chapter, and you've got the Tower of Babel. You have Noah, his 3 sons, and their respective descendants, who they were told to go out and to replenish the earth. They came back, they built a tower, they're dismissed, their languages are confounded. Basically, in chapter 11 of Genesis, humanity is a mix of all types of dialects and speech patterns and peoples. It's just kind of a big, can I say Heinz 57 mess. So what does God do? God calls a man by the name of Abram and says, if you and your wife are willing to trust and believe, you're going to have a very supernatural birth, i.e. Isaac, post the childbearing age. And that's going to start a lineage to the eventual true supernatural virgin birth, the Messiah, Jesus Christ. So the chosen people isn't that they are better or worse than anybody else. Romans 4 makes that very clear. But there had to be a means and a vessel for the fulfillment of the prophecy all the way back from the Garden of Eden. Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.